floor of the New York Stock Exchange, we're talking with Jez Frampton, CEO of Interbrand, and he is the global CEO. And Interbrand takes a look at the world's most valuable brands because they are most highly recognized.
And most highly valuable as well.
Most
we actually
valuable.
calculate the value of the brand.
I almost want to give people a chance to guess, but go ahead and tell us your top brands and your latest findings.
Well, if you're looking at the best global brands, the number one is Apple.
Apple.
Yeah,
okay.
The number two is Google.
Right.
Then we got Coca-Cola, Microsoft, and then IBM. Those are the top five.
And those are the biggies, and just having a valuable brand continues to propel you forward in your company
If you've got a powerful brand and a powerful business, you're in a very good place to be.
And that brings us to something now that you're expanding on when you talk about Interbrand. You're moving to breakthrough brands. You have a new report and a summit upstairs here at the Stock Exchange. Explain what that means. What are these brands now?
Well, it's something we did in partnership with Facebook, Ready, Set, Rocket, and the New York Stock Exchange. And what we're really looking at is who's next. Who are the companies, the brands that are really shaking their markets up, who have got a lot of buzz around them, who are growing very fast.
Right.
These are the things that perhaps...
You call them the movers and shakers.
You could indeed call them the movers and shakers.
So
yeah.
Some of the names, some we may know and some not. So what are some of the big ones that we should keep an eye on? Because with your evaluation, and I'm sure you use a lot of statistics to find what is most valuable, what are some of the names we should watch?
Well, you've probably heard of companies like Venmo, who are owned by PayPal. They're a sort of social platform for sharing money and sorting out that $20 I owe you. But then at the other extreme, we have Shinola, that wonderful company from Detroit, who are changing the world through watches, leatherware, and bicycles, and the rest of it.
Oh, cool.
Then we've got companies like Sweetgreen, who are changing the way that we look at eating greens, being healthy. So a lot of these companies are really trying to change the markets that they're in.
And really following what consumers are doing too. Really, I see that.
That's the thing that really sets them apart.
In the top 5 or 10, are there any other ones that you can mention to us? Because we want to keep a name on these particular
Well, we're
companies.
not ranking them as such,
I see. Okay.
but companies like Percolate, I'm sure you've heard of Peloton as well, who are a bicycle manufacturer. So there's a whole raft of different companies from around the world that we're looking at.
And talk about developing a brand or even expanding upon a brand that's already somewhat recognizable. And how do you continue that growth, and why is it so important?
Well, of course, there's a number of different factors that make sure that a company grows. Somebody once told me there's only real 2 different strategies: be better or be different. And a lot of these companies are being different. They're really changing things. They've got an obsession about their consumer. Their brand has been baked in right from the start. And the net result is they're very well positioned to capture people's attention, their minds, their hearts, and their wallets.
Right. And what are some of the things that you use to determine brand recognition?
Well, we've started this time. We use some of the actual same factors that we use to look at the big brands around the world. Some of our what we call brand strength.
Not only just for the breakthrough brands, but overall for Interbrand. How do you determine what's the most brand recognized?
Well, there's 3 different things we look at. Are you a successful company? Are you known? And do you have a brand that actually triggers choice? So we look at strength, what we call the role of brand, and ultimately does it generate money?
So does that mean looking at the balance sheets and taking surveys of people?
Yeah. It's not enough just to have something that people like. There's lots of brands that you can probably think of that you love, but you don't necessarily buy them.
All right. Jez Frampton, thank you so much for joining us. Always global CEO of Interbrand, and good luck with the breakthrough brands, some names that we'll have to keep a special eye on as well. And congratulations with the summit upstairs at the New York Stock Exchange.
Thanks,
Great to see you.